So with a lot of players starting to reach their goals in Mythic Plus already here in Dragonflight Season 3, whether that be Keystone Master, Keystone Hero, Dungeon Portals, or just a particular rating, it got me thinking that there is a huge gap in the Mythic Plus reward system that leaves out a large number of players that invest a lot of time and effort into Mythic Plus. So thanks to High Priest John for linking me this Reddit post by Lopex that sums up things really nicely, and I wanted to kind of give my thoughts and details on this issue that I've been thinking about for a long time. So here's the original Reddit post. Right now there is a chasm of Mythic Plus goals and rewards between Keystone Hero and the top 0.1% title, and it leaves out a lot of hardcore but not too hardcore players from having something to do for most of the season. Using myself as an example, I have done Mythic Plus fairly casually this season. Until today, I've done 3 or 4 runs a week. My item level is still below 465, but this week I got a little extra time and decided to spam a few more keys. And I'll probably end the week with Keystone Hero and all my 20s done. It's a bit of a bummer, really. I don't think I should run out of things to do a month into the season. I could go on for the top 1% title, but that probably requires an organized team, and I don't have and don't want to get. And even if I can pug it, I just don't want to. It's too much. To use PvP as a point of comparison, getting Keystone Hero right now is probably the equivalent of hitting around 1800 arena rating. In PvP, you still have some big cosmetic goals after 1800, a weapon illusion at 2100, weapon skins at 2400, and the legend title with a unique toy or gladiator title with a unique mount for grinding wins above 2400. All of that is before the top 0.1% titles, which also exist in PvP. Right now it feels like Mythic Plus has the equivalent of 1800 in PvP, but not 2100 or 2400. My preferred solution would be to add some strictly cosmetic rewards for 3000 and 3500 Mythic Plus score, maybe a toy, maybe a title. If Blizzard is feeling really ambitious, maybe a flying mount, but it really doesn't have to be that big. I just want the barest justification to push Mythic Plus a little harder. So as someone who has a full-time job, a family, and a YouTube channel, the seasonal title isn't a realistic goal for me, and I totally relate to what this guy is saying. I typically aim for the top 1% score as a personal goal for myself each season to keep myself motivated and playing as the season goes on. But most players are not going to be motivated by points alone or some arbitrary goal they set for themselves. So as a Mythic Plus player, you've got a limited amount of tangible rewards to aim for. You've got a mount at 2k rating for Keystone Master, an appearance at 2500 rating for Keystone Hero, and you got your dungeon portals for timing your 20s, likely something you'd get shortly after Keystone Hero. Then there's literally nothing until a seasonal title at 0.1%. For reference, on NA in Season 1, that was about 3400, so that's almost 1,000 points of rating, devoid of rewards. That's also leaving a lot of players who dedicate a ton of time and effort into the game out to dry. 0.1% is not attainable for anyone with the most hardcore players. Reaching that goal requires a monumental amount of time and effort, and most often a coordinated group to help you as the key levels get harder and harder. There is an ocean of difference between a Keystone Hero player and a seasonal title player as far as skill and time committed goes. But I'd also argue there's a pretty tremendous difference in skill and time committed between a 3K player and a 2.5K player, although the 3K player has nothing to show for it. This is not to diminish the accomplishments for players who aim for KSM or KSH, it's just a plea that there's a big population of players that want to push further than that, but can't realistically attain anything for their troubles. To add to this a little bit more, I wanted to take a look at the M+ seasonal cutoffs on Raider.io. This is the NA page. On NA as of today, about 10% or roughly 69,000 players have reached Keystone Hero, and at 2546 rating have likely gotten most or all of their dungeon ports as well. On the other hand, 690 players make up the 0.1% seasonal title category, which is about 3,200 at the moment. Populations and scores differ across regions, but that's leaving literally hundreds of thousands of players who have invested a ton of hours into the game and have nothing left to shoot for. So like the Reddit post recommends, I think we need some more tangible goals for Mythic Plus between dungeon portals and the seasonal title. Maybe another tint for your KSM mount, another appearance for your armor, or something else cosmetic, because I do think that being in the top 5% or 1% or however you feel like breaking it down is an accomplishment worth celebrating. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Are you playing in that chasm of players between KSH and the seasonal title? What rewards would motivate you to continue playing, and what do you think should be the checkpoints to getting them? Particular score, more percentage-based achievements? Let me know down in the comments, guys. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, you made it this far, please thumb up the video, subscribe to see more content in the future, and check out my stream right here on YouTube, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Pacific, also over at twitch.tv/DonkeyStorn. Looking forward to seeing you there sometime.